What if I tell you this is the greatest thing that ever happened to me? Well, back then, I certainly didn't think so. I took IELTS 3 times in Guangzhou and 1 time in Hong Kong, yet I still got the same grade, a solid Brand 5. Because of that, I couldn't even apply some of the schools that I was interested in back then, McGill University, University of Toronto, etc. I couldn't even submit my application at all because of my IELTS. But also because of that, I was able to join the language program from U of A, University of Alberta. It seems common sense for people to consider bridging program as useless and unnecessarily. I often heard people say the program is so easy, it's such a waste of time, or people said that's the most chill time of your university life. When I first got into the program, I held the exact same stereotype and wanted to finish it as fast as I could. Until one day, my professor, Dr. Charlotte Herman Matthews, reached out to me. She told me that I still have many things I need to work on before I officially get into university, especially my writing. She told me that if I couldn't improve, I would not be ready for university. In other words, if I failed to improve my writing, I would not be able to succeed in university. That conversation was a wake-up call for me. It makes me realize that if I want to be able to understand the lectures in university, get the assignments done, and get the degree, I have to work on my English harder, especially my writing. I also need to find a way to utilize my time better because first, I'm not as good as I thought, and second, now is the perfect time for me to work on my English as much as possible. So the first change that I've made was to write every single day. Back then, I make a little agreement with Charlotte. I would write a short paragraph every day before class, then go over it together when the class ended. After that, I would rewrite the whole paragraph again at night, fixing all the mistakes that I've made. The process would repeat the next days and I would go into the class with a new paragraph. The process would repeat over and over again until I finished the course. At the same time, today I passed my, EAP 135. Maybe they're a little bit overconfident, but I put a lot of work. So this absolutely, I would pass. I know there's a long journey, but yeah, I won't give up. So I need to push myself harder. Yeah, so that's all. After I finished the course, I emailed Charlotte for the last time and asked her about what are the things that I should work on. And that's what she emailed me back. To be honest, Kevin, your English has improved hugely in the 7 weeks I've been teaching you, and this is totally down to you, not me. So just keep doing whatever it is you're doing. It was a huge moment for me because it makes me believe in what I was doing, especially when I was studying in environments that everyone's basically agree it is a dumb class, such a waste of time. It kind of motivated me to try even harder and learn as much as I can. And yeah, I would go to my friend's statistic lectures in the morning, just sit there and listen. Then I would attend my ESL course in the afternoon. Besides that, I would also practice my writing, speaking, etc. at night. But the funny thing is, I don't know if that hard work would actually pay it off someday. When would my English be good enough for university?
Recently I started taking psychology and stat. Yeah, I'm not sure you can say it. Yeah, stat. Go listen those two courses every morning, and then one is in 10 and another is in 9:40. Sitting in a big class and take notes, and that is my dream. I don't know what is next, but I hope it will be alright, because I always believe that I can be the best. Okay, that's all. See ya.
Until one day, Just before I going back to China during summer break in 2017, I was looking for an apartment for the upcoming year. There was a guy, Vincent, who gave me the tours around the neighborhood and the different apartment rooms. At some point, we just started randomly talking about the university life, his job and stuff. I told him what I want to do in the future. I wanted to understand what people and professors are talking about during the lectures. I want to take whatever course I want, regardless of the potential language barriers. After we finished the tour, he turned around me and said, "Your English is pretty good for only having stayed here for 1 year." That is the moment where I realized my hard work actually paid off. I had a long, natural conversation with a native speaker. Without thinking about grammar, vocabulary, translating words in my head from Chinese to English, none of it. All the grammars, words, sentences were just off the top of my head. I didn't need to purposely think about them. All my hard work paid off. Now, 6 years later, I'm 2 courses away from finishing my degree, majoring in both psychology and sociology, and got it onto the dance honor list from my faculty. Looking back, I don't think all those things would happen if I didn't screw up all of my IELTS exams. It seemed so unlucky back then, but all those failures, all the screw-ups are part of my journey. They gave me the opportunities to be aware of the things that I should work on, and they gave me the option to become a better self. And all I need to do, just take one step forward and one change at a time.